girl Johnita the Plant Strong Diva, here with Plant Strong Baby John, and we are going to make some chickpea eggs today. That's what we're making. We're making a chickpea scramble. This is like one of my top 4 or 5 breakfasts, okay? It's super easy to make. It's a little bit more time consuming than traditional eggs, but you don't have to worry about soy, like with tofu scramble. Right? That's how you feel about soy? I know, right? He feels that way about soy. We can't have soy. I'm still nursing. Almost a year in. Woohoo! But I'm ready to stop. That's going to be another video. But today we're making chickpea eggs. Super good alternative. Super budget-friendly alternative. And a delicious alternative. We're using Bob's Red Mill. Chickpea flour, garbanzo bean flour today. We got our pan heating up. This is going to be our chickpea egg veggie saute. So Bob's Red Mill. A serving is 1/4 cup, and that is 110 calories. Right now we're making like meal prepping. So have my 1/4 cup. 1, 2, 3, about a cup. Okay, that's what I had left in my bag. So for recipe's sake, we're gonna say about a cup. I'm gonna say a cup. John, I really did all this to make this video right now. And we gonna make this video whether you like it or not. So we got a cup of chickpea flour here in the bowl. We're gonna season it up with some Pink Hymilayan Sea salt. If you are somebody who likes that eggy flavor, I would suggest getting yourself some black salt. And it has that sulfury type eggy thing going on. So we use 1.5 teaspoons. This is just some garlic powder and some onion powder, equal parts mixed up. And we're gonna use 2 teaspoons of that. And this is to taste, so like whatever you like in your eggs. I use a little red pepper flake, and then I like to use a little ground turmeric to give it that yellow color, that traditional yellow. I like food that has brightness and color, and it just makes me happy. Yellow is one of those colors. So we have our stuff, our dry ingredients, and we're just gonna mix it up so that it incorporates well. John is a dancey baby. He loves his music. Okay, so we have everything all mixed up. We have some water here, and we had 1 cup of chickpea flour. So to that cup of chickpea flour, we're gonna add it 1/2 cup at a time and stir. Now off camera, what I usually do is just run the water slowly and like until I have an egg, a beaten egg like consistency. So we already have, this will be 1 cup of water, and I think this should be good. So equal ratio, 1 cup of water to 1 cup of chickpea flour, and you have yourself a like beaten egg like consistency heating up. Now this was a trial and error thing because you know, that's just cooking in general. So it took me a few times to get a hang of cooking the eggs first and then introducing them to the veggies. If the eggs are not cooked all the way and firm and you introduce your veggies, they're not going to firm up because the liquid from the veggies is just going to break down the ratio that we have right now and add more water to it, and it's just not going to firm up. So you're going to want to cook your chickpea eggs separate from your veggies. We have a little extra virgin olive oil right here. We're going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil. Olive oil is one of those things that are like staple in my kitchen. There are some people who do not eat oil at all, and they will tell you how horrible it is for you. More power to them. I'm not one of those people. Use good fats for your life. So we're going to add that. And this is not going to cook up as quickly as a standard egg. That's one thing about being plant-based that people should come to understand, and kind of early on in the game when they are doing new things. It is a totally different thing that you're working with. So it's not going to cook like an egg or a sausage or a cheese. You're going to have to switch up your cooking methods to get your desired texture and taste. So with that being said, we have our pan on like a medium, and we're going to leave it alone for a little while. We're going to get a nice golden brown on the eggs before we start our scramble. And while we're doing that, we're going to get our veggies prepped. So over here, it's always different. Sometimes I have peppers and onions and broccoli and da-da-da. It all depends on what is on the clearance rack. So I got these squash. It was like about 5 of these nice looking squash for $1 the other day for 99 cents. So we're going to use 2 of those. We're going to use an onion. I have some leftover already prepared mushrooms from the other night. I also have a little grumpy little baby on my back. 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 Oh, grumpy little baby on my back. Okay, so I also have some cooked mushrooms from last night and some yam that was cooked 2 nights ago. So that's another thing. Plant-based cooking. Use your leftovers. You can use them any time of the day. So we're just gonna cut the ends off of these. Make them a little bit easier to handle. And you can choose to leave skin on. I like the skin off. It gives it a more even texture as it cooks. When you are cooking your veggies, you want to make sure that you're cooking them in some type of order. So if you have, let's say you have, well, this, you're going to cook your onions first. And because this is a softer vegetable, you're going to let the onions get a brown on them before you introduce this to the pan. That way, everything is cooked at the same time. Everything's done at the same time. You don't have some veggies that are mush and some veggies that are al dente. Just going to put that in the scrap bowl. So after you get them peeled, half them down the middle. Watch your fingers. Watch your fingers. Peek over at my thing. And then cut. This is like a standard cut. I usually cut my potatoes the very same way, which is like 3 across. Get yourself like a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch long pieces. And if it's bigger, like that one was bigger at the end, you just do another slice up in that. Okay, and now hold it across, tuck your thumb, tuck your fingers. You want fingers at the end of the day. If you woke up with 10, you're going to want to go to bed with 10. So keep your fingers out the way. And if you're not super proficient in knife skills, just do less at a time. That is okay. You don't have to be any type of fucking knife genius. I know I'm not. So we're going to put our yellow squash on our little yellow plates. And the onions are going to be the first thing in the pan. So we are going to turn the pan on so it can be nice and hot and ready for the onions. We're going to want that on a medium high so that you can get a really good brown on these onions. Once again, cut the ends. Cut down the middle. Take the skin off. Okay. So, similar to the squash, we're just going to cut a couple slices, holding on to the ends. One side, turn it. The other side. What did I just do? Now I have chopped onions. The smaller you need your onion pieces to be, the smaller you will chop your onions. I like my vegetables big. I like them big. I like them chunky. I like them big. Chunky. I like them big and chunky. Alright, and since we're here cutting vegetables anyway, I have myself a plum tomato. I really like the way tomatoes and kale go together. It's a happy little marriage in the pan. So I usually add either some plum tomato or cherry tomato and see what we got going on. So let's check on our chickpea eggs. They're like omelet style right now. Now I'm doing a no-no because this is from my cast iron pan. When you have one of these like non-stick cheapy pans, do not use metal in those pans. Even though a metal spoon is actually kind of really good for this recipe, you don't want the metal to be scraping on this. So I'm going to use this plastic one. And we're just going to fold the eggs into each other, break them up again. Try to get as much of that chickpea goodness off your spoon and put it back on. And let the rest of that stuff work. So, our pan is getting warm. Don't worry, I did not put my hand on the surface. I just put my hand above it just to try to feel, is it like hot? Is there some heat coming off? It should feel like if you put your hand above a black car on a summer day, it should feel like that. Another way you know your pan is hot is when you put your oil in it. If your oil moves right away, then you know your pan is nice and hot. Now, if you get some smoke, with olive oil has a lower smoking point. So, yes, let them hear the sizzle. Let them hear the sizzle. John, I love you so much, but you can chill at any moment. Now, here's a little something that I do. You put a little sprinkle of salt. Every step of the way, you should be seasoning your food. That's what makes it good. But a little bit of salt on your veggies when you're sauteing them is gonna draw out the water, and then it's gonna help get them that really good brown color. When it medium high, give it time. Leave it alone. Don't just put the thing in the pan and start like bouncing it around. It's not a walk. All right. Wait till it gets some color, then start moving. Then you should be buying it. So we have our squash in the pan now. We're just gonna get a little bit of color and let the water draw out of those. Then we're gonna add our other ingredients. Now, if I didn't have this already cooked stuff, I would probably add a little bit of salt right now to help draw out just a little bit, help draw out the water. But these are already seasoned, so I don't want everything to be too salty. I'm gonna stir my eggs again. And you see how this is a process? It's little by little. These kiddos that have to eat breakfast before they go to school. So now this is the point where we're gonna add our tomatoes. You hear them? Our mushrooms, our yam, rinse your hands. That's what I just did. Rinse your hands. Our kale, and I like to put a lot of kale because it bulks it up and super healthy for you. Lots of iron, lots of fiber, helps you poop. Make sure you're regular. That's the way you want to say it. But I'm a motherfucking lady. So I just say it how I feel. Okay. Now we're going to turn the temp down just a little bit. Ooh. Okay. Our chickpea eggs need a touch more time. Let's just... With your chickpea egg, that was delicious, by the way. Don't try and taste it until it is cooked through most of the way. Garbanzo bean flour does not have the most appetizing taste raw, so I wouldn't go for it. I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to let you learn from my mistakes so you don't make the same mistake. Because it's been a journey, baby. What, 4.5 years now? And this is from the person who ate eggs every day, meat with every meal, cheese all the time, bricks of cheese. You don't need to live that life. Plant life. Plants are life. Eat live food. Eat real food. Eat colorful food. Eat food that makes you happy. Makes you feel good. Not just happy, but makes you feel good. There's two different things. That's two different things. I'm going to let you chew on that while I get my wraps. So, we got the wraps. Wraps are here to stay. I like these Extreme Wellness. They're high fiber wraps. They're only 50 calories a piece. There's only like 4 net carbs in here. And I think with 1 cup of the eggs, we should be able to make like 4 or 5 wraps. So let's get these bitches ready. We're just gonna put one pan on top of the other and let that baby steam. Get that kale all steamy. We're gonna split up our avocado. If you didn't know that, that's how you do it. You just tap your little knife right into the thing there. This is a half of an avocado that I had from last night. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I've been called the avocado whisperer before. It may happen again in my lifetime. This is how you make sure you don't, I don't understand those memes where it's like, my avocado's good, my avocado's good, blue, my avocado's bad. I don't understand that. So when you're at the grocery store, let me find you avocado. Oh my gosh, she took her avocado out of the refrigerator. Yes, bitch, I'm about to give you the tea. So, the little stem right here, if you open it up, it should be like bright green on the inside. It should look the exact color of avocado that you want to eat. Bright, green, creamy, beautiful. It should look like that. Now, if you take this off and it's yellow, that means it's not ready. It's not right. If you take it off and it's brown, don't buy the avocado unless you're making guacamole that day because it's probably not going to be good. And what I do is I buy them a little early and then I put them in the cabinet to get ripe. And as soon as they are ripe, then I put them in the refrigerator. The refrigerator preserves it and keeps it, like, stops the ripening process. So I can live my best avocado life. So I'm giving that little gem to you right now. I put like a slice of avocado in each. Just gonna mash it along one side. as we season. Little garlic powder, little onion powder, wee little pinch of salt. Put something fun. Put some toasted sesame seeds. Give it a little surprise, little crunch up in there. But that's the thing. Like, if I didn't have toasted sesame seeds, I wouldn't have put toasted sesame seeds. Just work with what you got. Work with what you got. Ooh, look at that. Steam coming off it. Bright green and beautiful. You want your kale this color. This is why we don't put the kale on until the end, so that it can be this beautiful, vibrant green. Now we're just going to move and hold. Fold stuff into each other. Yes. Nobody left behind. Okay, nobody left behind. Hot. You say hot, baby John? Hot like fire. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It just smells so fresh and so good. I remember when I used to eat eggs, I would just want like the egg. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of it. 1 dozen eggs would last me maybe 2 days. Maybe. Now I can get something that's similarly priced that'll last me much longer. So you want to make sure each little scoop has a little bit of everything. We're going to go through step by step. Sides, fold them in this way, tuck it, and you pull it back gently because this is hot and you don't want to rip your stuff. Yum. 50-calorie wraps, little smear, little piece of avocado, some toasted sesame seeds, some leftover yam mushrooms, some beautiful chickpea eggs, and you have yourself the perfect meal prep breakfast to go. If you wrap these individually in a little aluminum foil, if you have an air fryer, it'd be perfect in the air fryer, probably 370 for 6 to 10 minutes, depending how big your wraps are. To heat it all the way through and get it a little golden brown. I like my burritos soft, soft, soft. If I wanted something hard and crunchy, I would have a taco. These are supposed to be soft. I like these fat little babies. Little yummy, delicious little babies. Yum. I think I might just have one now. Well, thank you guys so much. This is my gift from me to you. I hope you get a chance to try this recipe out and any of my others. Like and subscribe this video. Like, comment, and subscribe so you can make sure you see all my other videos. It's not just going to be cooking, parenting, all things veganism, all things brown, all things, just all things. So, like, comment, share, subscribe, all of those good things. Try the recipe out. Let me know what you like. I will see you again soon. Bye.